What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. I'm out here trying to kill some time. I'm waiting for a client. About to show him a property real quick, and I'm here a little early, so I got about 35 minutes to kill. So I've been meaning to put this video out for a while. I did kind of put something out like this, a way to get some jobs. I know there's a lot of you out there. There's a lot of entrepreneurs, and that word entrepreneur is everywhere now. I'm an entrepreneur. Basically, there's a lot of people out there that want to do this type of business, and they want to drive. And now y'all guys are labeled as gig workers. Gig workers is a new word they're using for you guys now, or for us, for anyone who uses their vehicle, or anyone who works 1099, uses an app. It's mainly the ones that use apps, the Grubhubs, the DoorDash, the Ubers, the Uber Eats, the Lyft. Now there's a bunch of these little apps, little small apps that do delivery service. You guys know what they are. I'm not going to mention any names because I'm not getting paid to mention their names, so I'm not going to mention it. But I actually downloaded a few of those apps. Someone had to pay to get my background check, and I did. And I can honestly say those apps are worthless. I'm not gonna lie and say that that there don't be one or two jobs is good. And the only reason where I'm at out in the south of Boston, the only reason why these apps, this one particular app, the jobs are okay, it's because they themselves are tipping $20 or $25 on top of whatever low price they given, because they usually want like $12, $15. If you get a $25 one, if you get a $35, $40 one, it's because they threw a tip on it. That's the only reason. But I'm gonna, I'll have a whole different video on the apps later. But this video particularly is gonna be those of you, this is not, you gotta run your own race. Basically, it's what I tell everybody. Run your own race. Even all the newcomers in real estate, I can say I've honestly been blessed. I'm in my third year, and people just can't believe, I do as much, and part-time. I do as much as someone who works full-time. And I tell these to a few of my friends who, since I became an agent, they've become agents. It's run your own race. Don't get stressed out for what I do. If I'm doing X amount of things, don't get stressed out, because what just run your race, pace yourself. And another thing is, don't always believe what everyone tells you. Especially out in there in social media, a lot of these young people, millennials, people who are trying to find their niche in life and try to find, what they can do to, in other words, flying around six figure salary, like what to do, what they can do, and they see all this social media stuff, because I have nieces and nephews, and they always come at me with something they saw on social media. And I always say this: would a chef show you his secret sauce, or would a chef give you his secret sauce? Would a chef give you his secret recipe? No, he's not, because if he gives you his recipe, you're gonna duplicate it. If I do a way to make $30,000 in a month, there's a lot of videos like that, $20,000 in a month. If I knew a way to make $20,000 to $30,000 a month, you best be sure I'm not gonna tell you how to make that $20,000 or $30,000 a month. I don't care how many views I generate. I don't care how many likes I get. If I'm making $100,000 a month, or because these videos are outrageous. If you're making X amount of dollars, you then sure I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. So it's just a bunch of crap. You know, I'm about to make a TikTok video, how to make 500 in 1 hour. Anyone's gonna believe it. But anyway, this video is not in regards to people who do social media and what's true and what's not true. But people are not gonna give you their secret sauce. If they will give you anything, they will give you something that'll make you go on a wild goose chase, and you know, and it's like in real estate. There's a lot of people out there, they go, I'll show you how to do it. Trust me, they're not gonna show you how to do nothing. A lot of them aren't. Because we all competing. It's all competition. We all salesmen. You're a driver, I'm a driver. We all competing. You're all independent. You're independent. So that's it. No one's gonna give you that secret sauce. I'm sorry, no one is. Unless you have a real good friend who's gonna, like, I share a lot of information because of the way the industry is going. I'm still trying to track down my buddy Nick so he can tell you guys, you know, what he's doing now, how much money he was making. I'm just telling you the stuff because of the way where it's heading, and the money people making nowadays. It's, you might as well go work for Chipotle. They're making $16 an hour, and you get free sandwiches, you get free burritos. You know what I mean? But this video is gonna be for those who really want to go out there and try to find their own hustle. Remember, run your own race. Try to find your own little clientele. If it's you and you got a son helping you out, or you or your wife, or just you by yourself. You got a couple friends that want to do this. And also, if you guys get runs and routes, you guys can go on cbdriver.com and you guys can list a job, and there are drivers there who have their profile. I don't know if it costs you anything. If you go on CB Driver, you can actually see driver profiles and contact them for work. When you have work, even if it's one day or a couple of days or temporarily or full time, you can go on CB Driver, sign up. They might charge you something, but I've had plenty of people call me. I got your profile, CB Driver, yada 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 yada. Hey, I just need help for one day. I need to deliver this. I've gotten calls, and I think I've never done one because they pay garbage. Because it's small little people. They are beginning to get the clientele, and they don't have any drivers. So you can go on CB Driver, and if you get something that, I got a little gig going here, and you need drivers, you can go recruit them on CB Driver. Okay, so this video is for people that want to go out, and I'm gonna give you some ideas of where to go. Okay, first of all, you gotta stay away from those national companies, because national companies, these little stores you go to, they don't have the say or the power to say I'm gonna hire you, because you gotta go to corporate. Okay, and you're small. You, like I said in my previous video, you're a small fry. Okay, so you gotta try to stick to local businesses in your area that may require your service. Okay, so this is one thing. There's a lot of small businesses that are using the apps nowadays, and if it's one thing those apps aren't doing, those apps aren't drug testing. So when you go into these small businesses, you can downplay the apps. You're using the apps. It's better if you do local. You get to know the driver, yada yada yada, who's gonna be handling your merchandise, your supplies. They don't even drug test. You can throw them on this bus. That's one thing. So I'm gonna give you ideas of places that you can go and try to get work, because I've been to these places, and I have a handful of places who call me every now and then when they need help, when they're busy, or one of the drivers is out. I go and help them if I'm available. Okay, and you guys all know, number one on my list, I hope this video ain't too long. Number one on my list is gonna be auto parts. And I'm not saying don't go to Advance, don't go to AutoZone. Go to your local little auto parts supplies, or your local auto parts distributors. There's a lot of them out there. Go and say, listen, I have a logistics courier company, and if you guys need any help, sometimes they got to get a lot of merchandise, a whole van full of parts from a supplier, bring them to their plot, to their spot, or they may ship something out. I know if you guys go to auto parts stores, there's always those little old guys that make the deliveries. You can do that too. Make deliveries. Just offer them something that you can go and pick up their stuff at the distributor, whatever you need to go get it. Okay, auto parts, local. Keep local. Stay local. Another one, printing companies. People who print flyers. People who print posters. People who print anything that they print. They actually once they're done with the print job is gonna be delivered. And a lot of these companies, I don't know why these companies are not, they're paying trash, because how much you think it costs you to ship a box, a few boxes, let's say about 300 pounds worth of paper, UPS. It costs a lot of money. So, because of the weight, you can offer, the delivery service so they can get same day printing. They print in the morning and you deliver them in the afternoon, or next day printing, or next day delivery. Local print shops where they print stuff and they need their stuff to be delivered. Okay. Another one, dry cleaners. Anyone in your area that does dry cleaning. You know how you drop off your shirts at the dry cleaners? They're not really cleaning them at the dry cleaners where you drop them off. A van comes, picks them up, brings them to a warehouse, a facility where it all gets dry cleaned together, gets put back in the van, and it goes back to the dry cleaners. Hit up some dry cleaners. Maybe they're using their own van. Maybe they're tired of using their own van. Maybe they're tired of having their driver go drop off the dry cleaning, or go directly to the dry cleaning company. See if they need help. It's light work. It's clothes. Okay? So local dry cleaners. Okay? Other one. Print shops that make t-shirts, apparel. They always need stuff to move around. They need ink move around. Especially if they have other locations nearby. They may be local, but they may have 2-3 locations, and they need, they need some supplies moved from one place to another. So you could target them. People when they have, when they have teams, they have a football league or a baseball league. They print all these T-shirts and uniforms. This gotta be delivered. Offer their services too. One day a week, couple days a week, to deliver the everything to be printed. The embroidering and all that crap. You can do that. People who do small motor repair, lawnmowers, you can talk to them. Offer pick up and talk to them. Maybe they can set up something, pick up and delivery. Clients call up, I have a broken lawnmower. They don't want to put it in their trunk and drive it down to the shop. Talk to your clients. If they're willing to pay a delivery fee, a pickup fee, you can, you can pick up the lawnmower, drop off the lawnmower. Same thing with scooters. You can do scooters if you're comfortable. Scooter shop, lawnmower shop, small motors, small engines. That's something. Another thing you guys can look after and try to find. Another thing is food banks. I've done food banks. Small town food banks, they got to get the food. Sometimes they got a big donation of food, but they don't know how to get it. And these are non-profit. The word non-profit don't mean it's free. It don't mean that they don't make a profit. So those people in the food banks, man, they can, they'll pay you to go pick up food. And I've done them in the past through a company. I just did one. I don't know if you guys follow my shorts. I did one for once a month. There's a company that delivers gifts to shelters, birthday gifts called Birthday Wishes. I went to like 10 spots. 10 spots. It's like a shelters where family lives there, and I was dropping off a bunch of Christmas gifts. Non-profit company, but it don't mean it's free. they'll pay you. They just can't make any profit, you know, because they have charity. You know, they have donations that come in. So try the food bank. You know what I mean? Food banks would love to have your help. You know, they have to get the food delivered. Sometimes they want to transport some food somewhere else. You know, it's dry food, you know, some canned food. You can do food banks too. Another one you can do is dog shelter. You know, sometimes you're going to transport the dogs from one place to another. You know, they put them in the crates, put them in your van. You know, maybe the shelter's full and they need to transport the dogs to another one. Or maybe they got a family. Or you go pick up a dog. So keep that in mind. Local dog shelter. Another one is farm, a local farm. I did one 2 weeks ago. Local farm. I actually did on the same day. It was a local farm and a food bank. They were dropping off. I had to pick up at the food bank and the farm because I had to drop them off to a town, and the town once a month gives out food. You know, they had. So I went to pick up a bunch of food, like bread from like Panera Bread. There was a lot of cakes, a lot of desserts. There was, you know, I picked that up, and then I went to a farm. It was a beautiful farm that I would love. I would love to volunteer at that farm, but it's too far from where I'm at. But this farm had every veggie, locally grown, and they just donate all the veggies to local towns so they can feed people that, you know, on the budget and people who are low income people. But I'm talking veggies, like everything. It's a nice farm. But yes, they go to the farm. They got donations, non-profit again. It's non-profit. Don't mean you gotta do it for free. You know, they'll pay you to, you know, I mean, they don't want to have vans and trucks and all this equipment to donate. I mean, to deliver the food that they grow. When I got there was a line. There was people in like pickup trucks picking up from other places. I got there because I was picking up for a specific town that had hired us to pick up the stuff for them, and I think they do it like once a month. Well, I'll bet it's probably the last month because the winter's coming, but they always pick up the food. Farm is only like while it's in season. So yeah, so these are all these places that you can actually, you know, try to go and, you know, talk to the owners and be professional and get your little website going or something, get your little Facebook page going, and you can try to get your own work. But remember, it's run your race. You know what I mean? I know you guys want to make those 6 figures like everyone's saying online. You know, making 500 in 2 hours. You know, so another thing is if for me, what's important for me is just to be at home. I spent a lot of time away from home, working late nights and weekends, and no. The only reason why I started doing this job is because I would work minimal hours. It would be rarely I used to work 25, 30 hours a week, and I used to make, and the word is used to. You guys saw my previous video. I went to the Cape, man. I think I spent 10 o'clock, 4:30. I was almost a full-time job. But I was like leaving my house and being back at the house, like, you know. But today I went out and today was cupcake. Today was like, today I was at 3 o'clock. I was picking up my daughter at school, and I left my house at 10. Today was a 5-hour day, so I'll find out how much I made. I made 5 stops, but they were really, really close to where I picked up. It was like neighboring towns. It was like the first stop was like 9 minutes away from the warehouse, and then 15 minutes, and then. But I mean, we'll compare it next week when I get the settlement. Was it worth it going out to the Cape, doing 2 stops, and then 1 stop locally, so it was 3 stops versus today's 5 stops, and we'll compare them because money's been going down in that too. So let me get my little. So money's been going down in that work that I'm doing too. So it's going down across the board, you know. But anyway, so yeah, these 2 places you guys can go. I hope I gave you guys some ideas on, you know, something local. Stay local. You know what I mean? Don't try to hit up no national places because they ain't gonna do it. You know why they ain't gonna do it? Because these companies have a billing department. Now, imagine if I gave every single person with a van a individual contract. And let's say I needed 50 vans, 50 individual contracts. Those are 50 invoices my company has to pay. Those are 50 invoices that my receivables, accounts payables has to pay. 50 invoices. They won't do it. Too much manpower, too many checks you gotta write. Too much stuff you gotta track. If they just do one company that supplies 50 drivers, all they do is one invoice. And they cut one check. So that's the reason why they won't hire you for one individual driver. So that's just the way it goes. But anyway, this video is getting short, 20 minutes, and if you made it this far, I want you to comment in the bottom so I know you're watching the whole video. And please subscribe if it's your first time. I want you to comment in the bottom, find your hustle, because you got to find yours, okay? And that's the reason why I make these videos, because the way the industry is going, I want to better it. I want to better it so everybody can make money. I would love for my grandkids to do this business and make the money that I was making before. You know what I mean? You know, because not all kids want to. You know what I mean? Not all kids want to go to school, honestly. But you know what I mean? My nieces and nephews or whatever, you know, they can make, because there was some pretty good money in this thing before. There was definitely some real good money in this. You know what I mean? But yeah, but that's the end of the video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll talk to you guys later. It's almost time for me to go meet my client at the house. And yes, somebody asked me if I still had the fit in one of the comments in my previous videos, and yes, I do. And here it is. It's still here. This is the best car you can ever get if you're doing deliveries on the fit. It's good on gas and stylish. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later, man. It's been a pleasure making this video. So remember, comment, find your hustle. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.